Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Montelli, and let me show you the new Snapback Slim 2.0. This is a currently funding Kickstarter project. It just started today from Nick Aguirre, who did the original Snapback Slim probably 6 months or so ago. The changes on this are very subtle design-wise, but there's a couple of big differences. And the first one is just the overall look of the wallet. There was some demand for a wallet that was a black on black rather than the original version, which had a black body, but it had a multiple variations of sort of a neon elastic strap here that went around it. So this is a much more professional look, much more subtle look. It's got some new branding on it right here, the little slash that's sort of leaning to the right. Differences construction-wise are the elastic is a much more heavy-duty woven elastic, and you can really feel the difference in this compared to the first one. And the stitching is a much stronger and robust stitching than the original was also. Now, I have put 5 cards in here because that's what I'm carrying nowadays. It comes with this paper card in it, the Snapback Slim card that holds it into place. Now, the thing with the elastic wallets is you have to put your cards in before you take this card out, because if you don't, these wallets just go like that, and it's really hard to get your cards in there. It becomes a cumbersome process. So, a unique design feature here is that you can see this big point of where all this elastic comes together. What would you call that? Anyway, it's where it all comes together down inside of here, and you can see how it separates the cards. Now, what this is really good for is locking your cards into place. Now, I have got 4 cards in back of this piece of elastic, and I have got 1 card in front. Now, the 1 card in front is used as a quick draw card, as a lot of these small wallets are. So this is the quick draw slot in front. So you take this card out, you put it back in when you're done. It's easier than putting it back in with the rest of the pack, back in the back. Now, you can do it either way, cards in front, cards in back. It's got 2 business cards that I've placed on the outside in the back, and 2 bills that are quartered to fit in the back also. Now, I don't put more bills in it because lately I've only been carrying a couple of bills. The small wallets that I have been reviewing lately really don't carry bills all that well, except for just a couple. You get any more than that, and it really becomes a tight fit with leather cards and cash. So if I carry more than 2, I just throw them in a binder clip and put them in a different pocket. If I got to carry more cards, I'll just throw a second wallet in one of the pockets. And I know that's over the top for most people, but that's just sort of how it's been going lately. Anyway, this project is just started today. Nick is looking for a fairly minimal amount this time around, and that's because he got all the nuts and bolts worked out the first time around. So, how you put it together, who's going to sew it, mailing products, how you going to design the mailers, all that was done the first time around. So he's looking for a much more minimal amount this time. But he's done a nice job here. He's stepped up the design, and he's stepped up the construction quite a bit. The actual footprint of it remains the same, but just everything around it has improved. And that's really what you'd expect out of a Kickstarter project, a second Kickstarter project. Because really, you live and learn with each of these projects, and you go through the headaches and the trials and tribulations and all the problems that a Kickstarter project actually incurs back of what the public can see. So anyway, Nick has done a great job on this. Thanks for sending this out, Nick, and good luck on the campaign. But this is the Snapback Slim 2.0. It is currently funding on Kickstarter. Just started today, so check it out. I'll put a link down in the description box. All right, have a good night.